Had made a video lately of the stuff going on around here. I thought I'd catch you up on what's happening. I'll start with the ducks. We moved them from their temporary shelter here, a little brooder box that I made, to this box down here, this little coop, I guess. Duck coop, that's right, isn't it? Just built this, and now this is their first night in the duck coop. I'm gonna see what they're doing. And good morning, girls. They got plenty of room in there. They were getting crowded in that other room. So you can kind of see, I reseeded all this area here. Mainly with just a fescue mix, but I just wanted to get some kind of grass. But I threw a few buckwheat seeds in there. You can kind of see it going. Here's kind of the garden, the chicken garden and bee garden. But I've got grain sorghum, and I've got sweet corn over there. Kind of loops around. This is rye growing up here. Some fruit trees, more buckwheat. The sunflowers over there, you can't barely see them because of the rye. This is early sweet corn. I tried planting under the tent. I don't know if that was any advantage to that or not. But it's growing after a rough winter start. And now, whoops, sorry girls. So all these chickens are restricted to that area over there. But the electric fence does not do a good job. The 4 or 5 wire fence doesn't do a good job of keeping chickens in and out. And let's see. Just some pollinator friendly plantings over here. Some of this stuff I don't even know what it is. This is a big flower mix here, a wildflower mix. That's growing pretty good. Should be coming up soon. That is a, I forgot what Robin calls it, that yellow flower is a Baptista. She has another name for it. We got salvia. That's a dock plant. That's a sure enough weed, but I decided to let it grow to see what it does. Lilies. Those other tall plants behind the Baptista over there are sweet clover. I planted last year. It's a biennial, so it didn't do anything last year except get started. And like I said, there's a bunch of unidentified plants in here. It's going to be fun trying to figure out what they are. I transplanted some thistle last year. I had about 4 plants out in this area. And I think that's what these are. Any of you are good at identifying plants? Oh, here's another one I'm not sure about. There's 3 of these plants coming here. I planted all kind of stuff. I'm not sure what it is. There's popcorn growing here. More buckwheat. More sunflowers. I don't know if I already told you I had sunflowers or not. But another thing I planted for fun was basil. Just for the bees. Those spiky flowers that grow up on the ends. We're not going to pick the basil. We may pick some, but mainly it's just going to grow here and just let it go. See how it does on its own if you just let it go. There's another little flower that don't know what it is. It'll be easier to identify when it has a flower on it though. Chickens are out and about trying to figure out what they can scratch up. The bees are doing sort of okay. They've had a tough spring. This hive here was a nuke we started, and they've filled up that bottom box pretty much with honey and brood and everything. The queen's doing good. But these 2 queen packages that we got in these other 2 boxes have been having a tough time. I don't know if you can hear. Sometimes I can I can feel the buzz when I put my hand on here. Sometimes I can actually, you can feel the heat. Not so much today, but I remember when it was cooler weather. And on my pergola here, I have this honeysuckle plant's growing pretty good at this end. I planted a couple of loofah sponges in the middle, and it looked like a chicken found this one yesterday and dug it up. I got a couple of, this is 2 other honeysuckles. I'm hoping to get them going, at least started this year, and then maybe next year they'll look pretty good. Up there's the ducks. They're out saying, "Where is my food?" I'm gonna go get some food for them. I think I'm gonna have to make a bigger feeder. This is fine when they were little babies. Need some more feed. Clean out the water. So these are the raspberries. Some of them are these bigger plants like this, what Bonnie and Butch gave us. But a lot of those plants didn't survive, so we filled in with some new plants from Norse Nurseries in Western Mass. These are new plants starting to grow. So we're a year away from really getting any good raspberry pickings here. But the blackberries grew like crazy. These were all from Norse Nurseries too. And over really here are the tomatoes. I'm trying something new for me. Looking forward to seeing berries this year. And training their tomatoes up a string like this requires more pruning, but you can kind of, well, from what I've seen, the plants really do good. They stay, there's a lot more room for air and stuff, circulation, so it probably helps the plant in that way. But we've got quite a few tomatoes, as you can see. And behind the tomatoes, I have another wildflower mix here, coming up pretty good. These big plants in the middle, I mean down here, I think I've planted 8 or 9 of those. They're borage plants, and they're supposed to really be pollinator friendly kind of deals. Horseradish under this stuff here, not doing anything yet. I know the plants are doing something, but you can't see them yet. The asparagus bed looks good. I got 3 little rows of asparagus. And blueberries. Planted about 20 blueberry plants last year. My garden, the regular garden, is having a lot of trouble this year from this pest here. All my early plants, cauliflowers and broccoli, were eaten plumb off, so I didn't get any of them, but I'm sure the rabbits enjoyed them. The peas that I had started real early didn't survive. Well, they survived long enough to become a rabbit salad, so they enjoyed that. Down through here I planted pumpkins. Can't decide what to do with this. So in that hay it's pumpkins on the first row, and then I've got watermelons also. The pumpkins are looking pretty good. The watermelons have got a slow start for some reason. And then up here I planted another wildflower mix. Again, you can see rye coming up all over the place, starting to go to seed. There's some bush beans. 3 little rows of bush beans, 4 rows of bush beans here, just coming up. Potatoes. I'm growing these potatoes mainly in hay, old spoiled hay somebody gave me. But they look good. This was the carrots and the, what's that, parsnips down there that are growing in this. I had a cold frame set up, just made out of hay bales and old window panes. But they got a good start, so maybe we'll get to enjoy some of those. Hopefully the rabbits don't like that stuff. But our apple trees are looking pretty good. I actually sprayed them with a BT, you know, the organic bacillus something. I don't remember what the T stands for, but I'll look into that.
A lot of apples on this tree. All of the trees are loaded down. Started seeing some leaf rollers and also some other kind of caterpillar damage. I don't know. Let's see if these leaves show up or not. But you can see a lot of like cutting around the edges of some of these leaves. Hopefully we'll have some apples this year. Didn't have any last year. The worms got them all. Got here a little late and I just didn't do much. The bok choy is all bolted, but I decided to leave it. I just noticed that the bees, not just the honey bees, but all the native bees and stuff, love a lot of these type of flowers. And Robin's still getting lettuce and some spinach back there for her salads every day. She likes that. I don't know what to do with this mess. I got some cucumbers and pole beans I could plant maybe on this fence, but sounds like something the rabbits will like too. This is not supposed to look like this, but we just hadn't cleaned it up. I planted all this rye and hairy vetch. I don't see a lot of hairy vetch, but there's some. This is it here. As a way to build this soil up. So hopefully keep at it year after year. This will be a pretty good garden site. It's going to take a little work though, as you can see. Do have some stuff growing down here. Lettuces and broccoli. I think there's some kale in some of these holes. I can see that the rabbits are eating some of this stuff. Some zucchini and yellow squash here on the edge, and then I thought Robin planted some pepper plants over here, but I don't see them. Huh. They're out here somewhere. It's supposed to be. That's it. Our little Kousa dogwood is starting to bloom. Our little Kousa dogwood is almost too big. Something happened to this big rhododendron. I don't know what it was. There was two of them here. I had to cut one down to make room for the new air conditioner. But that's the way it is. Here's 3 blueberry plants that are starting to set fruit that Robin bought last year from a nursery. They were like 2 or 3 gallon pots. That's why they're so much bigger than the ones I planted. Got a lot of this in-between stuff. I'm thinking about trying to kill this grass and plant more like clovers or something pollinators would enjoy. Oh, Smokey's looking at the ducks. I better go get him out of the watch. He's pretty good about not making the animals too nervous, but I guess they can't help it when he walks by. He's just looking at them. He's not doing anything. I get a little scared. Hey, Smoke. Come on out. Let's see if you can come out without running the ducks out. Come on, chicken track I'm making. Smokey's got a little more work to do, but it's for kind of a farm dog kind of dog. Portable house for the chickens. We're gonna move them around. That's it, I guess. Oh, one more thing, especially down these edges where these trees are. There's a lot of kind of undergrowth and stuff there, and I think it's a home for ticks. I'm gonna see if we can just get the chickens out of the lot for a while and let them move around and you know, scratch up that area and see if they can help take care of some of these ticks we got around here.